I think of it as the music production side is where I'm manipulating the musical elements of a song.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like a melody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like take a song that you like and there's that catchy line that you like singing back, that melody line. The person who wrote that melody really thought about, I want to make this catchy, I want to make this memorable. Yeah. But they were not thinking about how does it sound. They weren't thinking about that.
Okay.
So the person who thinks about how does it sound is a sound engineer.
We are back. I had missed you guys, all two of you. Hi, mom and dad. Welcome back to This is ADMI. I'm telling you,
boy.
it has been a while. And as you can see, we are back with someone else. We are back with a sound engineering masterclass. And I'm definitely the best person for the job. First of all, because I know nothing. Second of all, because Mimi ndio Nico and you have no other choice, or you can come and do this yourself.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I need to announce? Not really. But yeah, actually, let's begin. So this is where your passion becomes a profession, where creativity finds direction. This is ADMI, and joining me today is none other than Hendrick Sam. Hendrick is the one who has produced several hit songs that you know. He is an ADMI lecturer and a music producer, and he also lectures on the sound engineering department. Unfortunately for everyone listening here,
Wow.
I was telling them before the camera was rolling that what I know about sound engineering, I don't see why it should be a course. Let's begin with that.
Okay.
What I know is that it's just setting up speakers.
Wow, I'm offended. I am very
And in the words of Authome, waiting for the signal flow until you hear a sound.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure for it to be this is my reasoning. That's why I told you I'm extremely green. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
Is that for it to be a course, it has to be something extremely complicated. So we are getting a very, very layman introduction of sound engineering.
Yeah.
So over to you, Hendrix. Is there anything I've missed in the introduction? MCA, something.
Oh, no, that's perfectly fine. As I was saying earlier, I like being famous but not famous. You know? Napenda naweza panda matatu nilale.
Trend.
Na nisi trend. You know, it's very free.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. But ati haifai kuwa cause. Surely.
Sema hivyo.
Mimi nimetake offense, sijatake offense. For it does it seem complicated though? From the get-go?
From my perspective?
Yes.
It seems too simple.
Ooh. It seems too simple for it to be.
You know, I have a woofer at home.
Yeah.
And from the explanation I got, because at the beginning I never knew the difference between sound engineering and music production.
Yeah.
So the last class we did with Wathome, I understood the difference between the two.
Yes.
And I came to realize music production is the more complicated one. It has all the music, all the da-da-da-da. Sound engineering just sounds like a sound setup. And like what could be difficult about setting up a speaker and pressing on that light switch.
Okay.
You get?
Okay, I get you.
So it looks too simple, but again, I know there's too much that I don't know, which is what might make it look complicated.
Yeah. The way I think about it is the whole business of making the final product that is a song. There are two elements about it that work together. There's a very thin line between the two. I think of it as the music production side is where I'm manipulating the musical elements of a song. That would be like a melody. You know, like take a song that you like and there's that catchy line that you like singing back, that melody line. The person who wrote that melody really thought about, I want to make this catchy, I want to make this memorable. Yeah. But they were not thinking about how does it sound. They weren't thinking about that.
Okay.
So the person who thinks about how does it sound is a sound engineer.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because you're.
Yes.
So it's not just about live events and speakers and whatever.
No.
So the sound engineer will come into this and think that maybe, because the only problem of, okay, let's say let me explain in my own layman terms. When I thought music sounded bad, it's catchy and it's good, but it sounds bad. Is I usually say na sound nika imemixiwa kwa sufuria. So there's this echo. It's not even it's either an echo ama nikama iko kwa shimo. It's muffled.
Yes.
So I'm using very layman terms, guys. Is that what now the sound engineer is meant to be there to correct?
Yes.
How? Okay, I don't want to go to the how because I feel like we're skipping a couple of steps.
But we will get there.
Okay.
Yes. But from the get-go, I like that you've latched onto a cooking metaphor. Okay, there's a sufuria thrown in there somehow. We will use that sufuria somewhere in this journey. But I like that we've used that metaphor because there's a person who grew the ingredients and there's a person who put them together. Yeah. The person who is growing the ingredients is thinking very differently from the person who...
So that's the music producer in this case.
Yes.
And the person who brings them together, the chef that is
yes, that is putting them together. In fact, I will use that chef metaphor in some part of this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not just, okay, the way I like to think about it, if I'm going to make it like really, really, really approachable, is something that we are all dealing with right now is we are carrying our brains all the time and our ears. And we use our ears as one of our 5 or 6 senses, depending on what school of thought you go with. And we live life relying on, for those of us who can hear, that particular sense. When it comes now to music in particular, music carries a lot of things with it. It carries the ability to shape our thoughts, to evoke emotions in us. You know, when I'm making music, when I'm thinking like a music producer, my goal is, what do I want my audience to feel and think about at the end of the day? Yeah, what do I want them to experience as they listen to my music? But that's on the musical ideas and the harmonies and whatnot. But what are they using to listen to my music? They're using their ears and their brain. So I have to package the music, the person who handles the packaging of the sound, so that it's not annoying. Ukisikiza. That's the sound engineer. Wow. That's the sound engineer. I call them airbenders. And I will explain why I call them airbenders. Yeah, because when I'm in class and if I'm in class and I'm in my first class, I ask people what they think sound is. Because right there in the name, it's sound engineering. Right there in the name. So what do people think sound is? You know? What do you think sound is, by the way?
Well, give me a second. I know sound and light are quite complex. I don't want to overthink this. But the good thing is this is not a first class. It's in sound vibrations.
It is vibrations.
There you go.
Sound is
so
vibrations.
I think it's vibrations.
It is vibrations. True. But of what?
So I think it's different, what's the word? Forms of matter clashing into each other.
Hey, tumeenda matter, guys. Guys, we've gone to matter. Yeah.
Guys, when I say I'm layman, I'm just being humble. I'm very amazing. So
oh God. Yeah.
So I'm assuming different, especially solids, like when they come together, that is sound. Like that. You get that is so sound. That has caused a vibration and that has caused sound. Yes. So there's vibration happening in my vocal cords with air going through it. So that's why I'm using forms of matter. So it's two like solids come together and then air will transmit the audio. Yeah. Or even water. Yeah. But that's my assumption.
That is actually true. In a class setting, I do take them to a like physics perspective and whatnot, and we geek out. But in our case here, if I'm trying to really introduce someone to this concept, I tell them, if you imagine air. No, this is where I like starting. I tell people, you do fumpararo. Yeah, you know dufumpararo. Suimo.
I know. Yes. Okay, I know suimo.
You know suimo. Kila mtu anajua suimo. Dufumpararo, guys.
I know of.
Yeah, you know of it. Okay, we'll have that conversation later. But like a big puddle of water.
Yes.
And I throw a stone in it. What will happen is the stone will But at the point where the stone and the water meet, something will happen and you will see ripples. So when someone makes a sound either by speaking or clapping their hands or playing an instrument, something that will produce the thing we call sound. If I think of air as that puddle of water and I do this, I have disturbed the air.
You've created a ripple.
Yes, I create that ripple.
Sound waves.
Sound waves. That ripple. Even water waves. In fact, it's a very good visualizer. Kila mtu amerusha, amefanya ile kitu ya kurusha jiwe flat, iende hivi pa 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 pa. But ukirusha jiwe and you throw a stone into it and you see the ripples. That's how I think about sound and how it happens in air. A sound engineer comes in to manage all that. They can manage how it is produced. They can manage how those ripples will move.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seems impossible. It
sounds impossible.
Yes.
Until I like using this analogy when you're moving into a new space. And you're just looking at the room and how is it? Where nitaeka vitu zangu wapi? Where will I put my couch? Will I carpet the place or not? Am I gonna put wallpaper? Where will my various accessories and deco, where will that go? And things like that. In that whole process, people are doing sound engineering work without knowing. Because the difference between how the room sounds before you move in and after you move in borrows quite heavily from our craft.
Oh, wow.
Ndio maana ukiingia kwa room yenye haina kitu inasoundika iko na echo, lakini after umeipopulate na your sofas and your couches and your nini, it sounds a bit better and manageable to hear.
So true.
So you've manipulated the travel of air without knowing it.
This is amazing. This is amazing. So, okay, allow us to close lesson 1 there because now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know why we're here.
Yeah.
Now I see the complexity of this profession. And when we come back, now we're starting on an introductory level. Ilikuwa kujitetea, tetea kazi yako.
Yeah.
This is where your passion becomes a profession, where creativity finds direction. This is ADMI, and I am your host, Sedo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.